What are we looking for? Dogs.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Bird. You know, we back on Bird's Eye View with it. Like always, appreciate the love and support. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button. Smash subscribe button. Hop in the comment section. Comment whatever you want. Of course, I'm dropping daily bangers day by day. You know, we got news of the day coming out of Colorado. And we're going to jump right into it, dog. So, of course, we back with another recap with this Colorado football program. As always, shout out Well Off Media, Recent People Media, the pregame show, for providing us phenomenal footage each and every day. Of course, we have another huge recruiting week for this Colorado football program. Before we get into that, I do want to give a huge shout out to the DC Defenders, the 2025 UFL champions. Of course, I was in attendance. Saw the game live, dog. It was definitely a really, really great environment, man. Really enjoyed the game without question. My little brother did what he needed to do to make plays, man, on special teams and on defense as well, too. So huge shout out to the DC Defenders. My little brother now got a CFL ring with the Toronto Argonauts last season, and now he got a UFL ring with the Defenders this year. Hey, ain't but one more pro football ring he can get us. That's that Super Bowl ring, man. God willing, we'll see exactly how it all transpires. Let's get into it, man. We got Umu Kais. He's a 4-star defensive lineman, 6'3", about 305, out of Inglewood, Colorado in that 2026 class. This is one of the top players in the state of Colorado, top 3 player in the state, top 40 defensive lineman in the nation. I mean, he's one of the best interior defensive linemen in the country, right? Nose guard that could also play 3 tech as well. You see a real fiery type of defensive lineman on tape, man. Has the ability, right, to take on double teams. I mean, he just does not get pushed backwards. It seems like he's able to really hold his ground, you know, naturally strong, plays with a lot of power, uses really good hands as well. I mean, like I said, he just doesn't get moved, really. And I mean, that's what you expect, right, from a classic nose guard like this young man here. Of course, he has offers, right, all over the country. And obviously, you know, Colorado is one of those offers. He is on campus this week. Of course, we expect, you know, Coach Domata Peko to really have that poly pipeline coming to Boulder, Colorado. And it's going to start this week because we have some of the best poly football players in the country in Colorado starting today. We can expect to land a few of them, if not all of them, right? You never can count out this Colorado football program. T.I. finished this past season 82 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. I mean, definitely causes a lot of damage. Like I said, nice quick first step for his size. Plays with a really good motor, uses his hands really well. I mean, he's the type of guy that we definitely have to keep home, right? He's already from Colorado, right? We have Coach Domata Peko on camp. I mean, it just seems like a great fit for this young man here. Of course, it looks like he's expecting to make a decision anywhere between July and August. I know he said in a previous article that he definitely wants to make a decision before school starts. Let's see how that goes. Let's keep it rolling, man. We got Joseph Peko, 3-star defensive tackle, 6'3", 315, out of Westlake Village, California, 2026 class, a top 65 D lineman in the country, top 70 overall player coming out of the state of California, a nice size interior defensive lineman that uses his hands very well, consistently wins a lot of effort and hustle on tape. Will play a lot of 3 tech at the next level and nose as well too. Gets off the ball at a good rate, consistently finds himself in the backfield as very strong at the point of attack. He models his game after Vita Vea and his father, Coach Domata Peko. Of course, you know, Joseph currently holds P4 offers: BYU, Miami, Michigan, Oregon, Michigan State, USC, SMU, UCLA, you know, just to name a few. I know UNC has been strongly in the mix for him as well. Of course, you know, he was going to take all his visits, right? And he wants to graduate early. So he's expecting to make a decision soon as well because he's expected to be an early enrollee. So obviously, right, his dad is on staff. So that's a strong connection in itself. We know his brother, who I'll speak about in this video as well. He's already committed to this Colorado football program. So there's a lot of dynamics that will help us land this young man. Again, he's on campus this week as well too. All these guys are on campus starting today. So it's going to be fun to watch how it all transpires. But, you know, we got to find a way to reel in these guys here, man. I mean, it just seems like a perfect fit. And then we all know championships are built in the trenches. And we got a bunch of trench babies on campus this week here. So we got to definitely close, man. We definitely got to close here. And it's going to be fun to watch how it will all transpire moving forward. Of course, we're going to be right here on Bird's Eye View with the news. Let's keep it rolling, man. Monoea Papoosea, 3-star defensive lineman, 6'3", 340, out of Rancho Santa Margarita, California. He's in that 2026 class as well. right? You're looking at a top 90 defensive lineman in the country, a top 70 overall player coming out of the state of California as well. A massive defensive lineman. That's I mean, he just eats up space, right, on tape. But he also is very athletic for his size. He moves extremely well for that size. I mean, he can really move that 340, dog. I mean, he's the type of guy that you definitely can expect to have some success at the next level. Size and athletic ability for his size immediately jumps out on tape. Of course, he mentioned he was very ecstatic about receiving an offer from Colorado. He said, especially with it being from Colorado coach Domata Peko, obviously, who's our defensive line coach. He said growing up, he would always watch his highlights and try to mirror his game after him. So he said that was a very special moment for him. He said Colorado has definitely made a big impression on him, just knowing what great players they have on their coaching staff, especially guys that have been where he wants to go. Of course, he recently dropped his top 5 about a month ago, which was UNC, Maryland, Oklahoma State, Colorado, and Arizona rounded out his final 5. I know he mentioned that he mostly prides himself in being a player that can lead at any given moment, at any time when needed to be called upon, but also someone with a relentless work ethic that is also striving to be the best player that he can possibly be. And he thinks that he's most praised for being a leader of men. Definitely love that statement coming from him. Again, that athletic ability has been on display, not only on the defensive side of the ball, but on the offensive side of the ball for him as well. He actually has 7 touchdowns in his career on just 12 rushing attempts. So he's shown the ability to have special packages for him on the goal line. And with that size, I mean, we've seen that happen in the college ranks and in the NFL ranks as well, where those guys are either lead blockers, you hand the ball off to them, or you actually throw it to them as well, depending on how well their hands are. We'll see how it plays out, man. We got Domata Peko Jr., edge rusher, right? 3 stars, 6'4", about 225, out of Calabasas, California. Of course, a JUCO transfer. As we all know, he's the #1 JUCO edge rusher in the country. He's the top 3 JUCO player in the nation. Of course, this young man has been committed to this Colorado football program since April, committed April 28th. Obviously, he is the son of Coach Domata Peko as well. In 2024, he had 3 tackles for loss. He had 2 sacks. He also had a forced fumble as well. He said there was a whole bunch of things that really sold Colorado to him. He said one thing for sure was the type of vibe our defensive coordinator, Coach Robert Livingston, brings to the defensive room and to the team. He said it's just an energy where you want to run through a wall for that type of coach. He said, and having the chance to play under his defensive scheme and mindset is an opportunity he couldn't pass on. He said, especially in this era of college football. He also noticed the city of Boulder has really bought into the football team. He said walking around the city, everyone was showing a lot of love and energy. It's somewhere he wants to play for and can see himself working day in and day out in Boulder. And I'm looking forward to seeing his speed coming off the edge as well. Also displays good dip and bendability. I like what he's going to bring to the table here. Last but certainly not least here is Aiah Toko. He's a 3-star linebacker, 6'4", 200 pounds in that 2026 class out of Oceanside, California. He is a top 80 linebacker in the country. He's a top 100 overall player coming out of the state of California. Very long athlete here, right? Expect to be able to put on a little bit more mass at the next level. He definitely has the perfect frame to do so. Of course, it looks like he only played in 4 games this past season, but he was dominant, dog. I mean, you're looking at about 30 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, again, in only 4 games. Some real dominant numbers there. Of course, I know Cal, UCLA, Arizona State, Michigan State, Washington is going to be in the mix for him as well. He's already taken visits to Cal, UCLA, and Arizona State. It looks like he's been to Washington as well too. Michigan State is at the end of this week. It looks like June 20th he'll be at Michigan State, but he is in Boulder, Colorado right now starting today. Of course, Coach Domata Peko is going to play a huge role in landing all 5 of these young men. Well, technically 4 more, right? Because, you know, Peko Jr. has already committed, right? Coming out of the JUCO ranks, he's already committed. So 4 are not committed as of yet, right? But we're right there in the thick of things with the rest of them that have not committed. And I'm looking forward to seeing the development of the visits here. Of course, I'm going to bring you guys the sound bites and the pictures once we get those and once those are released to the public. I'll get those out to you guys without question. We also do have 2 more visitors as well on the offensive line. Of course, I'm going to bring a separate video for those 2 young men there. Likely bring that video tomorrow, but looking forward to seeing the development here. Hey man, that Poly to Boulder pipeline is looking like it can potentially be a real thing. We all expected that once the announcement of Coach Domata Peko, hit the world. So it's gonna be fun, dog. I mean, just remember this. You got to keep being patient. Right, these guys have offers and official visits all over the country. They're going to take their official visits as they should, but we are going to hear some commitments here shortly from a few of these young men. You're going to be proud of this 2026 class. I will definitely say that. You will be proud of this 2026 class, but not going to keep it long. Just want to bring you guys another phenomenal update. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what time it is, dog. Bird's eye view, right?